Welcome to Fantastic Vision. Please subscribe us before you watch today's video. If you always watch our channel, you may know that the news of the US ban on Chinese semiconductor. The United States continues to revise chip rules, and other allies are also involved in restrictive actions. The purpose of the United States is obvious, which is to prevent China from developing advanced chip technology. So it frequently takes action against China's integrated circuit industry. The Chinese plan has been released, and the counterattack has officially begun. There are news from many domestic departments that Biden's plan may fail. China has a huge integrated circuit industry chain, and there are corresponding domestic manufacturers participating in the layout of chip design, manufacturing, packaging and testing. Relatively speaking, the design and packaging and testing capabilities are outstanding, and some technologies have reached the international mainstream level. Only the more difficult manufacturing industry has more room for improvement. Whether it is a lithography machine or a photoresist, as well as a chip manufacturing process, etc., are the keys to the chip manufacturing industry. This will take time and requires companies to invest a lot of manpower and material resources in order to complete the key breakthrough. The United States prevents ASML from the Netherlands from freely shipping EUV lithography machines to the mainland, which is equivalent to cutting off the path to produce high-end chips. Now the United States has once again wooed the Netherlands to revise the rules, and EUV lithography machines with higher advanced processes will also be restricted. The industrial chain matters need to be resolved in the industrial chain, of course. This cannot be done without the support of the state. China has been supporting the development of the integrated circuit industry in recent years. Before that, the State-Owned Assets Supervision and Administration Commission stated that it would increase scientific and technological investment in key areas, such as integrated circuits. The Ministry of Industry and Information Technology also said that it would support integrated circuits and industrial software industries. In addition, China's plan for tax incentives for integrated circuit companies has been released. According to the news from 5 departments, including the National Development and Reform Commission, the list of integrated circuit companies, or projects, that enjoy preferential tax policies this year will continue to use the previous standards. Most domestic integrated circuit companies are expected to receive preferential tax support if they meet the relevant standards. The integrated circuit industry is complex and covers a wide range, with at least dozens or hundreds of categories subdivided into various fields. Among other things, the chip manufacturing industry alone needs to establish a supply chain of key raw materials such as masks, photoresists, targets, rare earths, and polishing fluids. With materials, equipment is also inseparable from photolithography. Machine, etching machine, ion implanter, cleaning machine, thin film deposition, etc. These are just a part of the chip manufacturing industry, which covers a wide range and a deep level, and the support work done must be huge. However, the country still gave a plan, indicating that China's counterattack against the development of the integrated circuit industry has officially begun, and it has more goals for increasing core technology research and development and industrial deployment. It is worth mentioning that the British media, Financial Times, also sent news that in order to compete with the US semiconductor restrictions, China has relaxed the relevant subsidy conditions so that enterprises can get better help. Chinese semiconductor companies such as Huawei, SMIC, and Huahong Semiconductor are expected to benefit from this policy. I believe that under these actions, Biden's plan may fail. Biden signed the chip subsidy bill last year, which specifically allocated $52 billion to subsidize the U.S. chip manufacturing industry. As long as semiconductor companies that build factories in the United States can apply for subsidies. However, the U.S. chip subsidy bill is uneasy and kind. It seems to be to support the development of the domestic chip industry in the United States, but it is actually a restriction on competition from other countries. Because it is mentioned in the subsidy application conditions, companies receiving subsidies cannot invest in mainland advanced semiconductors within 10 years. This means that TSMC, Samsung and other companies will not be able to expand investment in the mainland market after they have received subsidies to build factories in the United States. At present, the restricted process is 28 nanometers and below. Whether the United States wants companies to choose one of the two, whether to fight for subsidies or to fight for the market, depends on the choice of the company. The United States keeps revising chip rules, enlists allies to join the ranks of restrictions, and disrupts the market environment. Under such circumstances, it is hard to say how companies will choose. Therefore, we cannot pin our hopes on others. We must develop our own industry. While maintaining an open market and cooperation, we must also increase support for domestic integrated circuit companies. EDA industrial software for chip design, architecture technology, lithography machines and etching machines for manufacturing, lead frame material technology for packaging and testing, etc., are all key development goals. Even if the United States does not interfere, the future integrated circuit industry is also a technological development trend. High-tech industries such as artificial intelligence, data centers, and smart cars are inseparable from the support of chips. The United States, the European Union, South Korea, and Japan have participated in the layout in their own ways, either formulating subsidy bills or cultivating semiconductor talents. There is only one goal: to make the integrated circuit industry bigger and stronger, with higher self-controllability. China is the world's largest consumer of chips, and it seems to the outside world that it plays the role of a consumer. In fact, the Chinese market is huge, and companies are located in various segments of integrated circuits, and they are capable of producing their own chips. If the United States does not sell chips now, it will not be able to sell them in the future. If you agree with the viewpoint from this video, please like it. Welcome to Forward, leave a message and share.